when we heard of the drafts, right, and we saw this banger team that Sleepy had, like an Avengers type team that Sleepy had built, we thought that they would have been unstoppable until they fought against Team Mac, which is Snipes' team. And they lost against them in a 2-1 fashion. So coming into this one, I mean, it showed that, gods can bleed, and maybe, the blue team can be beaten, and they have been beaten before. They're 1-1 right now. So a lot on the plates of the red team here coming into this one for sure.
I believe the first week was just upset central. Every team that we thought were going to lose won, and then in a pretty intense matchup for the 1v1s between Team Free Mac and skixexuals.
Indeed, I mean, it's been 2-1s ever since, up until yesterday where we saw a DQ win against, for Team Dorking Jackrabbits got a DQ win against Team Mac, which is Snipes' team, which actually beat Team Netherrealm here. So, getting back to the action here, we're seeing Flaming does fall, cash out, is able to get that first stock out of there. Looking at the blue team's lineup, Team NetherRealm, they're running Flaming MBL, Teacher 60, and Hades. I mean, you got that 1v1 tiebreaker spot right there. Now, cash out is lined up for the red team, for Team infernus skixexuals. He's lined up to be the 1v1 tiebreaker and not Blaze. Now, I do have a little bit of insider information. I think Blaze right now is going through some really technical difficulties. He's going through some, lag spikes here and there, so it makes sense why they're opting to put cash out, I guess, their next best 1v1er, in that 1v1 tiebreaker spot, in case if it goes to that. But Frosty, how do you feel about that? Cash out being in a 1v1 except Blaze. Not Blaze.
I feel like, no offense to cash out, that is a bit of a downgrade, but I get the technical issues.
Yeah.
I personally have taken Cashew to Game 5 twice. Cash out?
Yeah.
Game 5 twice.
Nice down save.
And I'm not as good as most of these players in this right now.
Big recovery and Flaming MBL saying, you know what? That's your 1v1 tiebreaker right there. I just took him out. I'm not sure if the red team got their orders right here. I mean, already we saw from the get-go, Skixex right now coming in second place spot here. Has to clean up against Flaming MBL. Usually what we see in the lineups here for the red team, it's been, Skixex in the first spot trying to get a lead for his team, but we're seeing him in a second place spot where he's the middleman, where he's the one that's targeted to fight against Teacher 60. The Sarah connects and leads to the knockout. Now, Skixex, we heard him on the mic earlier in the interview, the initial interview, and, a lot of uncertainty coming in from him. And one of the reasons of that uncertainty being simply his team is not been showing up. Even his leader, Surge, I believe his leader is here. Were you there last time when we had to get in a sub and we thought it was Surge, but it was actually a different Surge? TG6 is gonna get the knockout there.
I remember that taking a little bit to get cleared up, and from what I saw, they normally have Ski or Blaze go first. Cash out's normally the anchor.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were. Why they're changing it up. Maybe it's just a feel thing for today, but we'll see if they change it next match.
Yeah, I definitely think that, they definitely want to... I feel like Ski wouldn't choose this lineup just because. I feel like he would choose this lineup as a, kind of, I would say, the general for Team infernus skixexuals. I mean, he usually chooses a lineup for them. He usually tells them, okay, listen, man, you're going here twos. He does have the experience of, managing battles and, managing lineups and all of that, but... Getting back to the action, enough outside information. It's time to see what's going on the inside here, folks. Skixex is getting beaten right now by Teacher 60. Teacher 60 still on his first stock here, 192. Still surviving here strong. Looking to get some extra credit. Does make it back on to the wall there. Ski is going to get...
Unfortunate drop on Greatsword.
Yeah, indeed. And Teacher 60, he picks up the axe, two-piece combo, the recovery, racking up so much damage right now, 139, but on a Magyar, that's just basically, that's light damage right now. That's ship damage coming in for Skixex. Nice recovery, does connect and leads to the knockout. Tied up stock situation here, Frosty, but Ski is at a deficit right now.
He's at a very big deficit, leading into that red. One more hit will get him in kill percent, although for Magyar, that is basically orange.
Yeah. So, you know, Team Infernus skixexuals, Skixex on their team right now. It's not looking too great. They're gonna be, you know, I guess all hopes are gonna be left up until Blaze there. And, you know, you still got on the blue team, you still got Hades in that anchor spot. That's a mean anchor to be fighting against, especially because Blaze is lagging right now as well too. Man, I mean, Blaze has to work cut out for him. He better pray the rain seizes a little bit his internet, you know, helps out a little bit here, or Ski somehow finds some sort of momentum and signs of life, and that's what he showed.
They take the life. He takes the lead.
Yeah.
From Team Netherrealm.
And while Hades now left in this last spot here, Nice Endlight is going to connect on the right corner there. It does lead to a knockout, and it's basically a fresh 2 stocks versus 2 stocks coming in from both sides here. The only deficit is Oh, wait! Wait, this is huge. This is so huge. Blaze doesn't need to take 2 stocks. He only needs to take 1. That's an unfortunate SD there. Hold up. Blaze right now.
He had that 6-piece and he got too greedy with the recovery.
Yeah. Charging the side stick right now. Nice 2-piece combo. Blaze, he knows he has him right where he wants him. He's looking for the knockout. Well, actually, he's looking for more damage onto Hades here. He has another stock he can play around with, but remember, this is a one-time shot. It's a round-robin type tournament at the start, and it progresses into a top 4 double elimination here. But Blaze, he gets a ground pound. He doesn't need any more, and it's enough. It's enough. Team Infernus skixexuals, they take the first game of the 3s.
Looking at damage from SkyX and Blaze and Flaming, sorry, both of them doing over 400 damage in a crew battle format, which is insane. Especially 2 stocks.
Yeah. That's a lot to kind of... That's certainly something that you have to take in consideration. I mean, it's a 2-stock game. It's not 3 stocks anymore. So stocks can fly really quickly there. And it just goes to show. Like, for example, that 1 SD from Hades there was just enough to decide the pace of the whole entire game. I mean, Blaze, all he needed to do was just to take 1 more stock. And he had 2 to deal with. And that pressure alone, like, it just shows, like, 1 slip-up you make, and it could cost you the whole entire match. And that was, we just saw like a classic example of how just 1 slip up can just cost you it. But game 1 is going to be going for the red team, Team Infernus skixexuals. We don't update the scoreboard just as yet. When we update the scoreboard when a team wins a game mode, folks. So Infernus skixexuals here, for the most part, from what I've seen, especially from what I've heard from their lineup, it seems like they have been prioritizing to winning the 3v3s. Am I mistaken? What do you think, Frosty?
I think they are trying to win the 3v3s. There's a lot of strong, really strong players in the 3v3s, but Winters says that, just said in the chat that no matter what, they're winning the 2v2s.
Oh yeah.
Winter just said no matter what, they're winning 2v2s, even if they lose this. And Cash Out seems to be resetting his game.
All right, well, we definitely get some time to kind of digress. Oh, a lot of people restarting their game. We definitely have some time to kind of really digress that. Oh, the whole entire red team is restarting their game. I was just making sure that they're restarting. Yeah, they're restarting. I think they're restarting. They did not DQ. They're restarting. Guys, it's crazy because we just see the whole red team just disappeared. We're like, where the hell did they go? They're all restarting, folks. So, you know, after you got that win, it's great, but still, you can't let that momentum get to your head a lot. You have to keep the pressure going. They got 1, they got to get another, and we're ready here for game number 2, folks. This one's going to be an interesting one.
We see Blaze go into the front spot and Cash Out going back to that anchor.
Yeah. So switch of order coming in for Team Infernus skixexuals, even though they won that. So the thing is now, even from what I'm seeing, I want to analyze the blue team here a little bit. From what I've heard from them, they're pushing for the 2-0, and I feel like when they split up Winter and Hades, I mean, that just cracked 2v2 team, absolutely cracked 2v2 team. When they split them up, they're really pushing for that 2-0 victory right now. I feel like if the red team here, Team Infernus skixexuals, can take the W in the 3v3s, that would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Yeah, it would really give them a momentum, and even if they do lose the 2v2s, they have the 1v1s.
True. So that's what, I mean, that's the gameplay coming in from Ski there. He wants to win the, Did I hear a
He wants
disconnect?
to put everything into the 3v3s.
I think I heard a disconnect, and Blaze, I believe, is disconnected.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blaze is disconnected.
I think it, I believe it counts, right?
It was after 30 seconds, so I believe so.
Actually, we know we're now into 30 seconds. Are we resetting this?
Oh.
I lagged off and can't rejoin. He can't rejoin. It's before the 30 seconds. Do we? I believe we reset
Yeah,
this,
I
right?
believe
Yeah.
reset.
We can
Yeah.
reset this. I think. It's before the 30 seconds. So, hey man. I don't know how we're gonna reset this threes. I've never reset the threes before, but you know what? Yeah, they're gonna be jumping off. Okay. So technical difficulties we saw before that there was some technical difficulties coming in for the red team, well specifically Blaze. So
Blaze.
we're seeing some of that right now, and we're seeing really why Blaze is not running that 1v1 tiebreaker. So hey man, I mean, you know, when your internet, there's a lot of factors coming into this as well too. I mean, when your internet's not good, man, I mean, you're in a rough spot. Skixex is gone as well too. He's restarting again? What the heck?
They go restart after every game?
Lots of restarts coming in from them, man. But hey, at least, you know, I hope their internet holds up for real. But you get some more time to really digress this. I want to talk more about the blue team. You know, they're really pushing for this 2-0. They're really pushing for this 2-1, and I think it's doable, but that first game of the crew battles, it definitely went in favor of Team Infernus skixexuals, but I feel like you can put that, but it also, you got to put an asterisk next to that win, you know? Because Hades did sacrifice a stock, to be fair. He did sacrifice a stock. It was a misplay coming in from him, and Blaze was able to capitalize huge off of that, and was able to get the W for, the first W for the crew battles. This is a best of 3, so if they can maybe get another miracle like that, or another mishap like that, that would be huge. But once again, I mean, they're switching up the order now. Cash Out's the one that has to fight, you know, Hades in that anchoring spot. I wonder, he had trouble against Flaming MBL. How is he going to do against Hades? That's the question that I'm wondering about. And then again, too, remember, Hades and Cash Out are the 1v1 tiebreaker members for the respective teams. How is that going to play if the 1v1 tiebreaker comes as well, too? We might get a sneak peek of that here. So, a lot of questions are lining up. And, I mean, we're about to get some answers here, folks, because we got our game number 2 of the crew battles. Frosty, how are you feeling? I mean, Infernus skixexuals, they got the first W of the crew battles. The blue team, it looks like they're shaking up a little bit, but you know what? Maybe they're a little composed coming into this one now.
I feel like if they don't have another SD like that, they have a very good chance, but Flaming on that low speed gets gimped instantly.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is hot. I see why they made the swap over to Blaze. I mean, Blaze, with the boots, can get these early knockouts, and I feel like it's going to start them off with a lead. You know, Skixex was, you know, he's calculating this one. He's definitely, he's the captain of the ship right now. He said, you know what, Blaze, lock in that first place spot. You did well against Hades. You know what, maybe once your internet holds up, you can maybe get out Flaming without losing a stock. And I feel like that's what Blaze is pushing for right now. He gets the stuff, he gets the ground pound, he gets it there. Beautiful. Beautiful. They dropped Team NetherRealm over to their second member already. This is the type of start that we like to see coming in from the red team. And when you thought the red team, they were unsure, they were not confident whatsoever about their lineup, it seems like they put their cards right this time. And you know what? The 3v3s is looking pretty promising for them. Game 2 starting off huge, Frosty.
Yeah, and Gimps and crew battles are so much more valuable than Gimps in any other game mode, because that 1 stock lead can turn into a 3 stock lead instantly.
Yeah.
Because momentum is key in these crew battles formats.
You know, 100% here, and we're seeing in chat, we're just saying that how he's talking to his teammate. He's like, yo, teammate, you can run ski and cash out, right? So it seems like, you know, the blue team, they're not out for the count just as yet. There are 4 members, the 2 members, 4 stocks, and they got to fight the 6 stocks coming in from Team Infernus skixexuals here, but seems like they're banking on Hades, but they don't have to bank on Hades too much right now. T360, he's going to put in some work for his team for sure. I mean, T360 isn't a guy you can just, you know, you can push around and go for some offstage shenanigans, because this guy is a Volkov master for real. Look at that. Gets his side stick, he goes for the nair. I believe that's a shoot combo, by the way. I think you have to hit it kind of frame perfect or something, but you can ask T360. I think he knows.
I bet. Level 100 Volkov.
He's better know. He better know. But it's 5 stocks to 4 here, and you know what? T360, he's holding the second stock here long, and he's trying to take out Blaze. I'm wondering here.
He's almost lapping Blaze in damage here. Wonder what the adjustment will be from Blaze.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, Blaze right now, 82 damage. T360, 122 right now. Gets it there. Nothing more. Weapon throw to stop the side sig. Nice side string coming out, going for the down sig. All a bait though. It was all a bait, Frosty. Now we're seeing T360 still kind of maintaining the stage control, building the damage lead. Hold up, let him cook. He gets a ground pound.
And stocks are tied.
Yeah.
Going into the second player for Team skixexuals.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? The blue team, they're kind of cold, man. I mean, T360, he said, you know what, Flaming, you had a rough start in that game, but you know what, man, I'm going to get some revenge for you, buddy. I got out this guy here, and it's time to go to work on Skixex here. The team battle strategist here coming in that second place spot has to fight T360, but Blaze, he got some damage in here. Can the Skixex get the knockout? Goes for the finishing blow there, but it doesn't connect. T360 still living.
T360 is getting a lot of extra credit on this stock. He has been at 150 for about a minute now.
Yeah. Indeed, and Skixex is just, you know, he's not finding the knockout blow on the greatsword. I'm wondering, you know, what's it gonna be here? Because the bleeding, he's bleeding out. The team of infernus skixexuals, they're bleeding out in a game. Oh, what a bad dodge!
Unfortunate spot dodge.
Yeah, that's just Aura coming in from Skixex here. He just stood on stage and watched him. He said, "Goofy, bro," and then T360 just immediately fell down. But last stock situation here for T360. He's gonna have to make a count. It's definitely, I mean, he got a lot of damage in. Big sides to connects, and you know what? Keeps it neck and neck. Just a slight lead coming in for Skixex here. But I'm wondering, I mean, look at that lead that Blaze was able to build for the red team, but now it's all faded away. T360 came in and he created some chaos. He got back the lead. I mean, it's not, yeah, he got back the lead now. Nice sunlight, going for the side sig. Skixex does make it back on the stage, holding the stage right now.
And sig on the edge guard, misses.
Indeed. Starving him right now. Definitely you gotta play dirty in order to, you know, build yourself a lead here. Skixex.
Gonna weapon starve him again, misses the weapon, gets it now.
Yeah, picks up a fresh greatsword, continues the combo as well too with that bridge into the closer. Skixex just swinging the greatsword, man, just throwing out these signatures. But you know what, T360, he's utilizing the map, he's utilizing the platform, he's utilizing the stage to really, you know, create some distance between him and Skixex right now, and he's putting in great work for his team. He can't run away from that Ensig though. Huge Ensig, and Skixex is gonna take that stock and gonna look to soften up Hades here if he can. Soften up Hades for Cash Out to deal with.
Both players looking at each other from across the stage.
It looks like Skixex wants to run out the 14 minutes, it seems, but it's hard to run when Hades is gunning you down and he wants to take your stock, man. 147 Hades right now with the hammer in hand. We saw that unfortunate game one for him. I mean, you know that he wants retribution. He wants to take this game. He wants to bring this to game number 3, but we got a little sneak preview of how the 1v1s could possibly go here, folks. I want to see if, you know, Skixex put his cards right. Cash Out right now over onto the side. He's playing this one really safe here.
Air coming out.
Hades.
Ensig. That's the stock.
Wow. One move is all it took in order to get the knockout there. And Frosty, it isn't seeming like Cash Out ain't looking too good against Hades, I can't lie.
It's not looking good for Cash Out.
Yep, it seems like Hades is having a field there right now with this
Cash
core.
Out is bleeding out.
Oh, indeed. Cash Out right now with the gauntlets. He was looking for the nair, but Hades, he slips by. He goes for the GC. Going for the stomp and the recovery into the GC sideline. Picks up a gauntlet of his own right now. Goes to work with it. Gets a two-piece combo. Weapon throws out. Just stutter stepping into the unarmed Ensig.
Unarmed Ensig.
Oh man, Cash Out in a rough spot. You know Skixex, he has his head in his palms right now saying, what order did we do? Man, Hades stomp into Nair with the GC emote. Game number 2 of the crew battles. goes towards Team NetherRealm. They're still in this one, folks, but we got game 3 on our hands here, and I'm wondering, are we going to be seeing any restarts? We are seeing lots of restarts coming in from Flaming and also coming in from skixexuals this time. But let's talk about how that last game went here, Frosty. How do you feel that went?
It was good. We need this guy to go.
I feel like Frosty. You know, I think that, you know, we saw infernus skixexuals. They started off with such a hot lead with Blaze, right? Blaze got such an upper hand. They took out Flaming so quickly. Now that we saw that T360 locked in there, and I think T360 was a difference maker, oddly enough. T360 was the one to bring it close and close the gap, and honestly bring the lead back in Team NetherRealm's favor. And then not only that, but set up Hades to get the finishing blow. I feel like T360 was a huge factor there, and I love that we're seeing here T360 going first. I'm positive that these guys are in their own separate calls with each other right now. And, you know, they're strategizing game plan. They're like, okay, man, we're seeing that T360 goes here. We're seeing Flaming is going second. Let me go up second now. Okay, all right. We're going this here. But we still have Cash Out and Hades on the anchor spot. Frosty, how do you feel about this one now? This is the last game here in the crew battles. What are your thoughts?
I feel this all comes down to how T360 and Hades plays, actually, and depending on how many stocks Blaze can get with that early him playing early instead of being the anchor like we saw in game 1.
Well, I feel like one of the questions as well too that you gotta raise up, or you gotta bring to the table here, especially because what we saw from last game, the one to create the difference maker, the one that was the difference maker to kind of put the end of the momentum for Blaze was T360. I'm wondering, if they neutralize this start here from Blaze, can they take the 3v3s out from infernus skixexuals?
I believe so. I feel like Flaming and Hades are just too strong for Blaze not to be a part in their downfall.
Yeah, most definitely, and we're seeing already starting off. I mean, it seems like Sleepy made the right choice. He made the right call. He said, T360, Blaze is all you, bro. Make a field day out of him, and that's what he's doing right now. He's bullying the guy with bad internet. 120 damage, 45 damage done to T360's first stock, and it seems like T360 is setting up his team right now for a great game number 3.
Never mind. Recovery coming out. Weapon throw for the kill.
Yeah, and Frosty, I mean, we're seeing here infernus skixexuals in the mode that they stack all of their options. They put all of their chips in on the 3v3s, and they were like, you know what, we're gonna take this mode and we're gonna hope to push it to the tiebreaker here. It seems like it's falling apart right before our eyes.
It's not looking good for them, Hockey, I must say. Although they come back and tie it up, Blaze getting that ground pound kill.
Yep, so Blaze, you know, T360 was able to build up some huge damage, able to get that first stock out of there really quickly, but Blaze neutralized it immediately. I mean, even though the lags, you know, hurt him a little bit here.
No.
Overcommitted with the ground pound, and that's one of the things. When you're off stage, man, and you're lagging, that's not the place to be in. Blaze is going to be SDing that stock. 38 damage done to the last stock here of T360, and he's going to be getting some extra credit in for his
Honestly,
team.
I respect it, though, because he needed to get that stock out of there, but he just missed. He needed to try and build a lead for Skix and Cash Out.
You know, most definitely here. And Skix right now, I mean, the battle analyst for his team, the battle strategist for his team is... he's hurting right now. T360 able to get that stock out of there, and you know, we didn't talk about the swap over from the Magyar now to the Jae-Yun as well too. The only swap so far.
No.
Oh my god, they dropped him on his head. Oh my god, they dropped him on his head. He's dead. He's dead. And it seems like it honestly might be a 2-0, folks, because Cash Out right now, he's left to fend against the Wolves. 5 stocks to 2.
5 stocks.
5 stocks to 2. Team infernus skixexuals hasn't got a T360 just as yet. And that's their first member. Cash Out finally gets a ground pound and the leads to the knockout. Man, oh man. You wonder what went wrong with the 3v3s here, but it just seemed like, I don't know, man. It seemed like they just didn't have the order on the lock. But man, I mean, Flaming right now in the second place spot. You know what? Maybe Cash Out can lock in here and at least get out Flaming NBL. But you still got the 1v1 tiebreaker. You still got their best 1v1er lined up against you in the 3v3s. How do you fight it? How do you fight it?
I think they've bled out too much and to be able to come back from this.
Yep.
Especially with that stock being taken out by Flaming with that spear recovery.
Yep. You seeing Winter in the chat? He's saying that how T360 is too good, man. He's too good. Look at him go. He's proud right now. He has a smile on his face. T360 did, I mean, amazing right now. He drops Skixexuals on his head. He said, Blaze, who are you? And now Cash Out right now on his last stock. The last stock for Team Infernus Skixexuals on the crew battle game mode right now. He has a 3 stock, the blue team. And it seems like he's struggling against Flaming NBL. The guy that he won against game number 1, by the way. And he lost to in a clean 1v1 right off the rip. Flaming NBL, he utterly... I mean, he beat Cash Out at the start of this stream. And it seems like he's about to beat him here again. It seems like the Bread team... Yeah, man, they're... It might be out for them. It might be lights out.
It might be because they've put everything into this 3v3. The 2v2s, I don't want to be mean, but are kind of lackluster for them, whereas they have Winter in the 2v2s.
Yeah, you still gotta worry about Winter and 2v2s. We'll talk about the 2s, folks, but we're closing out the 3v3s here sooner or later. Cash Out might be also closing out this stock here from Flaming NBL. Hold up, he gets the sideline into the stair. Cash Out doing some great side footwork right now, but a wonderfully well-placed dare is all it needs. 1-0 for Team NetherRealm. Infernus Skixexuals loses the mode that they put all of their chips in. I don't know what to say, except good luck to Team Infernus Skixexuals on this one.
EX says that he is on mobile today.
Wow. Alrighty, well, we're getting into this first game here of the 2v2s. The 2v2s is the best of 5, so you know what? Maybe Koa and Surge here can, you know, find some sort of synergy, can, you know, get something going here. But Koa participated for, you know, Team Mac. They were able to win their 3v3s, I believe. Oh no. Oh no.
Big gimp.
That wasn't even a gimp, bro. The internet gimped him, bro. Yeah, I saw him SD. I think he fast fell down to his grave here, but yikes. That's not a great start.
No.
Oh, no.
The Wi-Fi does not look like it's
no.
going good for him.
Yeah, it seems like Cole is put against the Wolves right now, folks. It's a 2v1 in the 2v2s, but I love to see the respect coming in from blue team. You know, they're at least giving them a chance. They know that they're up in the 2s. I mean, the crews. They know they're up in the set score, but you know what? They're still giving them a little chance right now. But man, oh man, Sleepy and Winter still a team you gotta. It's gonna be crazy for them to, you know, beat them, man. I mean, they're on their first stock still. Koa, he hits the down sig. Is he gonna get the knock on Sleepy? Sleepy doesn't make it back. Nice recovery. Able to get that knockout there. Hold up. Red team showing some signs of life. Oh, gets the stuff.
Red's true enemy being the internet is not something I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it seems like that has been the case for both 3v3s and 2v2s.
No, 100% here. I mean, 2 of their players suffering from internet issues. I mean, when you're in an online setting like this, I mean, it's sad to see, but those are factors that you're gonna have to deal with, sadly. But you know what? I respect the red team. They're powering through it right now, and it's 3 stocks to 4. Winter losing
3
now.
stocks to 3. They tied up the stocks, but there's a lot of damage on Narum, and Narum's out.
Yep. And Koa has to fend against the Wolves. The substitute for the red team. I mean, Koa, you know, out of goodwill, man, he said, you know what, I'll play the 2v2s for you, Ski. Man, if only he knew he was coming to get his ass whooped on stream. I mean, if only he knew, bro. Man, oh man, I mean, no disrespect to Koa, of course. Koa here, he's fighting for his life. Last stock position right now. Game number 1 here. It seems like the game is unfolding right before us.
Fair of the blue team.
Yeah. Winter going for that reverse end. Sega doesn't connect.
For the win. Trying to maybe gimp one of them. Maybe
I think
split them up.
I don't know, man. Koa right now with the blasters in hand. Nice recovery. Doesn't catch him. D-light recovery. Into the recovery. Okay.
Recovery.
It's a nice little improvised combo. Game 1. Going towards Team NetherRealm. Not a great start once again. But you know what? We ball. Hopefully, your leader can put up more than 96 damage next game. Let's get into it, folks. I mean, we're seeing...
Winter with over 563 damage in that game.
Yeah. That's beastly. Let's give the ban to the red team since they lost. So here's the thing now that I'm wondering. I mean, you know, I feel like if the red team has any chance of winning this, I think it's definitely true, you know, how unfamiliar Sleepy and Winter is as a team, how not synergized they are as a team. Because when you think about it, whenever the blue team or Team NetherRealm has been running these battles, it's always been Hades and Winter. It's always been Hades and Winter.
Hades and Winter every time.
It's been Hades and Winter all the time. Now that we're seeing here Sleepy and Winter, I mean, definitely a new team, but Winter is that strong 2v2 player. He can definitely go for some follow-ups. He can definitely follow up against his teammate. And it seems like, I mean, the team leader right now for Team infernus skixexuals, he's having a hard time. Surge trying to just follow up off of his teammate right now, trying to get something synergized with them. But, you know, it definitely feels like, you know, the blue team, they don't have a lot of synergy with each other, but they're trying to make it work, you know? They're trying to push for this 2-0. They're trying to split up the unstoppable team of Team Hades and Winter and really opt for just, you know, to go for that 2-0, to split them up, to kind of, you know, split up your manpower basically and try to conquer both modes. And that way we saw Hades takes the 3s, and then now Winter is here to secure
I feel like that might
2s.
also be a bit of a mental thing too, showing the disrespect for Team Infernus.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not even gonna put our best team in 2s. We're still gonna 2-0 you.
And right now I feel like maybe, you know, look at this. Surge is aura farming here whilst Koa is going to work and he got out Winter. I feel like maybe it's a little bit of a misplay to really underestimate your opponents. And I feel like a lot of these battles, it comes down to like how much a team has, you know, really underestimated their opponents and really underestimate their competition. I feel like maybe the blue team, they can fall to that. The red team can take advantage of that. And you know what? Maybe Koa and Surge, they can cook up something because the blue team, they didn't account for this team. How can you account for a wild card
4 stocks to
like
2.
this?
3 stocks to 2. Still have a lead. Surge trying not to get in a team combo. Doing well and so. Ground pound takes out his recovery. Gets back to stage.
Yep. Winter right now, 79 damage. Sleepy right now on his last stock, 131. The most damage on the field right now. Doesn't get hit by the downsig. It seems like we're not seeing, you know, too much big combos, but we're definitely seeing kind of some separate 1v1s. A lot of switching back and forth. A lot of switching targets right now, but your eyes got to be peeled on Surge there because Surge is out. But Koa right now left in a 2v1. This is definitely a winnable 2v1.
Winnable 2v1.
Compared to that last game here. Big side stick. There we go. Hold up. Hold up.
He's at almost 200. One signature will do it. And the Sarah does it.
Oh, amazing comeback indeed.
I
because,
feel like
wow,
that is the ultimate disrespecting of your enemy leads to your downfall. And I think Winter is going to lock in this game.
Oh my god, yeah, he's
on the
locked.
level 100 Orion.
He's locked, he's locked. It's over. I mean, now that we're seeing Winter now lock on over on this level 100 Orion, man. Holy, it seems like he's not playing around whatsoever. It seems like he wants to get this quick and over with. You know, the red team, they got their, they got their chance to shine. They got their chance, of course, but I think it's, I think it might be looking grim for the red team here. Lots of everybody actually swapping. We got, actually, except Koa. Surge swapping over to the Yang from the Mordex. Sleepy swapping over to the Hattori, and Winter going over on that level 100 Orion. I know this is his main ones pick as well too. I'm not sure, I'm not too quite sure if this is his main twos pick. Definitely would expect him to, you know, opt for some other legend perhaps, maybe like Kai or something, maybe other twos legend. But you know what? Let's see it here.
I'm not
Game
sure
number
because
2.
I think I've only fought him in rank 2s when he's on Orion.
Really? Interesting. So maybe this is one of his choose picks. But it's 1-1 right now in the 2v2 set count. Seems like the blue team is finding a lot of signs of life right now in this game number 3. You know, after that loss, it seems like they want to. They got Avengers, man. They got some beef here with the red team for sure.
Kawa is absolutely helping Surge get back to stage from all these edgeguard situations. Kawa being pulled away from it, and that's the stop from Surge.
You know what's one of the funny things here, Frosty? You know, it's crazy to me that Koa is the one, you know, despite him being a substitute for the red team, he's the one that's really pulling the weight of the red team, I feel like. You know, compared to Surge. I could be wrong, but like, that's my analysis from it here. We're seeing Surge already down to his last. You look at Koa right now, he's still on his first, he's chilling, 191. But I feel like even the blue team, they're not even targeting Koa. They're letting Koa do his thing, you know. They're focusing on Surge and trying to get out Surge quickly. And maybe that's part of Sleepy's gameplay. Who knows?
Get rid of one guy so you leave him in the 2v1. And we've already seen earlier this game, they know how to do twos combos together, even with their inexperience as a team.
That's not going to be good there from Winter, the Sleepy. He NSIG'd his teammate, but you know what? Winter lives, and they got out Surge in the moment being 5 stocks here to 2. And now this is not a 2v1.
5 stocks to 1.
Yeah, this is not a 2v1 you'd like to see, especially if you're Koa. It seems like, you know, the blue teams, their game plan is clean and cut out. You know, you take out the weakling and you focus, you chop down the good guy. We got a nice combo here, but Sleepy drops the GC side sig. Winter gonna salvage it. Never mind. Koa gets the ground pound and elite set a knockout here. Sleepy left in a momentary 1v1. You know what? He waits for his teammates to come back. Winter immediately picks up the lance. He gets a double there. Double D-Light, sorry. Nothing more. And Light connects. Stuffs the recovery.
Off stage, trying to get something going.
What is Sleepy doing? What are we doing off stage? Come on. We do not want to be off stage with Koa, man. We know Koa can go and get these easy games here. You're seeing Winter. He's just spamming the side sigs, you know. He's just playing. He's having some fun. Same for Sleepy. They're not trying. And this is what I feel like it's leading to, you know, this disrespect, this same, you know, cockiness, this overconfidence coming in from them. I mean, you got to give it to them. They're definitely in the lead by a good margin right now, but still, can't be too cocky. You cannot be too cocky. But Winter's gonna seal it off. 2-1 in the 2v2s, folks. Man, oh man.
Into game 4.
We're looking at our game 4 here, folks, and this might be Surge is restarting, perhaps.
I believe Surge is restarting, or thinks it's a best of 3.
I hope he doesn't think it's a best of 3. I don't. You know, fun fact. I think this is his first ever battle. I think he's played for his team. Isn't that crazy?
All right. Let Cash Out sub in. They both want Cash Out.
Wait, there's no way, bro. Wait, it seems like the blue team is feeling bad, bro. They're saying, put the best 1v1er in, man. That's actually insane. I don't think we can take sub-wins, though. I'm waiting for Surge to respond to me. Hopefully he knows it's a best of 5 here, folks. But this already looks like it's over, man. And you know what? I love to see, you know, Phantom in chat. He's there as the, you know, the cheerleader for Team NetherRealm. He's here supporting him. He's like, let's go, Team NetherRealm. Let's go. Okay, Surge is restarting. He's back. Alrighty. Hey, man. You know what? We gotta run it. We have to run it. You know, there's a reason why Surge is the captain. If, you know, they did not want Surge in 2v2s, maybe they would have put Cash Out in 2v2s. But what can you do? Game number 4.
Going into game 4, this is definitely the blue team's game to lose. And it is looking good for them, but I don't want them to get too cocky. Winter switching off that Orion pick.
Yeah. So, lots of swaps, I think. Swaps from everyone, once again, except Koa. Koa is the only one here that's been stagnant on his Ada pick since day 1.
Ada pick.
And Surge right now is having not a great time. It's 30 seconds. If they want to restart it, they can. But
they want to restart. That is a possibility.
If we're continuing, I think that's a bot, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's sad to see. It's sad to see. Yeah, okay, they're restarting it. it's sad to see that the red team is falling like this, you know. I feel like a lot of the things as well too. I mean, we talk about how they don't have enough members. We talk about how, you know, they're like always on the back end. They're always like, you know what, they gotta get a sub. They have to sub in one of the game modes. But honestly, I feel like even with substitutes, a lot of the teams, you know, even Team Mac I've seen before where they have needed substitutes and they still make it work. I feel like the red team definitely needs to have a sit down because this is round 4, folks. We only have one more round after this. And yeah, the red team needs to lock in. They really need to lock in. You know, we don't count out. We don't count out, by the way. 2-1 in favor of the blue team. Look at this right now. Even the blue team is split between whether or not we should count it or not. Like, this is crazy to me. I mean, we're seeing pity from one side. We're seeing, you know, we just want to get this over with and done. You know, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy to see. Frosty, man. I feel like we're witnessing a very sad story unfolding.
I think the crumbling of Team NetherRealm, sorry, Team Infernus is very sad to watch. Just everyone switching once again. Actually, Merrim was the only one that switched from the last reset.
Yeah, it's crazy too because like you even got the deficit of like your team not even being here, you know, some of your players not being here, and you still also have the deficit of 2 year members lagging. I mean, when you look at it, the only people that are playing at their best is skixex and Cash Out. That's it. Because Lightside's not here, Low Flow's not here, Blaze is lagging, and Surge is lagging. You only have Cash Out and Ski to fill in those spots, and I feel like...
And Koa is a sub.
And while Koa as a sub, you gotta depend on the substitute. I mean, this could not even be Koa. This could be someone of this could have been like Clouds or Echo or someone else. But still, man, it's crazy to see that the red team, you know.
Oh, he chase dodged and SD'd.
But signs of life from the blue team at least. You know, the red team they're sort of cooking up right now in this game number 4, a game where they have to push this to the game 5. They have to win in order to go to the game 5. Surge right now, he's fighting for his life with his thumbs right now, literally. Koa right now in a rough spot as well too. 135, 155
Winter sending
Surge,
both players off stage.
Somehow Surge lives from that side take. That 8 is gonna go down to the second stock of Big Seer, and Winter gonna get the double knockout. Sleepy gonna be the stock tank for his team with 154. Yeah.
Koa sharking off stage, keeping his distance from Winter. Seems like he's going for Sleepy mostly. I feel like that has to be your game strat, is to go for Sleepy and try and get Winter in the 1v2 situation.
No, I feel like even if you try to get Winter in that 1v2, I mean, right now the most damage on the field for the blue team is Winter. I feel like if you can get out Winter, that would be huge because he's honestly, if we were to compare, you know, who's the better 2v2 player, I would say Winter is better than Sleepy by far, okay, in 2v2s. But if they can get out Winter here and force that 2v1 against the weaker player, maybe they can, you know, maybe they can opt for, you know, that easy 2v1 to try to see if they can win that. But we're seeing the blue team, they quickly take back the lead.
5.
It honestly,
but it's 4 stocks of 2, and it's not looking good for the red team right now.
Yeah.
They are just falling apart from these dares from Winter. He's hit 6 dares.
Yeah. And ground pound comes out. Koa gets a knockout onto Winter, but Winter goes down to the last. But look at the damage right now on the red team. It's the beginning of the end, folks. Sleepy gets the double hit on the red team. Ensig comes out.
Kills.
Left in a 1v2 spot once again. That's been the story of the 2v2s here today. The side sig hits his own teammate, the Ensig. Sleepy gonna get the final blow, perhaps? Gets the final blow. The captain seals the deal. He puts a nail in the coffin, and he says, "For skixexuals, y'all can haul the first 2-0 of the Spirit Series."